Hello everyone, welcome to the world of Lean Six Sigma. Today I am going to talk about another case study. In this case study, we are going to talk about how to reduce the order booking turnaround time. So let's begin. There was a company which has 5 business centers located around the world. So Business Center in Barcelona, Spain has observed an increase in the customer complaints over the last 6 months, along with an increase in the average turnaround time it takes to book an order. This situation is causing the business center to miss revenue targets and potentially lose customers. So this was the overall problem. Then the sales operations manager has put together a Six Sigma team to reduce the order booking TAT delays. The first thing that the team did was to collect some data and create a project charter. Project charter has 6 elements. The first one is called the business case, the second one is called the problem statement, the third one is called the goal statement, fourth one is called the scope of the project, fifth one is the milestones, and sixth one is the team charter. Friends, you can buy my authored books on Amazon. My first book is 8 Steps to Problem Solving, which talks about Six Sigma concepts. And my second book is Continuous Improvement, the Lean Way, which talks about the lean concepts. I have already defined the business case for you. So total revenue impacted due to this problem is $25 million and a booking delay by 10 days. It means $25 million are booked late by 10 days because they are not able to book the orders on time. Then the problem statement was defined. They collected data for 6 months and figured out the average booking TAT is 80 hours per booking. And the goal that they took was to reduce it from 80 hours to 15 hours by June 2017. The scope of the project: in scope was the order booking process of Barcelona, and the out of scope is all other departments and processes. The project started in March and it had a tight timeline to finish by 30th June. The sponsor is the person who can sponsor the cost if there is any. In this case, the director of operations was the sponsor. The champion is the one who is going to remove roadblocks during the project. Mentor is the person who is going to mentor the green belt or the black belt who is doing this project. And process owner is somebody whose process in which this project is being done. So your process owner or champion could be a same person or they could be different people. Team members are those people who are part of the team. They will help the team to do brainstorming session. They will help the team to identify the root causes to a particular problem and collect data on those root causes, and then finally identify the solutions and implement the solutions. Team members also play a very vital role in any project. The next thing the team did was to create the cause and effect diagram. So for that, I will take you to Minitab. The team has identified the root causes and they are listed here. Under people, they had identified 2 root causes. Under process head, they have identified 4 root causes. In this video, I am also going to teach you how to create a fishbone diagram in Minitab. We will go to Stat, Quality Tool, and Cause and Effect. So I have started creating some of it. In the effect, you will write down the problem, which is high turnaround time, which I have already written here. And then you write down people in the label box and select under causes people from this drop down box. Next one is IT. So I will write down IT here, and once I go to material column, I will change this to IT. The next one is procedure. So I'll double click on procedure to select, and I will write procedure here. In the next one, I will write down select communication and write down communication in this box as well. And I will remove environment from here because I don't have environment as one of the branches here. So I have 5 branches, so I've labeled them as people, process, IT, procedure, and communication. In the effect, I have high turnaround time, and I can also give title, which is I can do as brainstorming session, high turnaround time. I can click on do not display the empty branches and I can click OK. You can see Minitab has given us the output in which high turnaround time is the head of the fish. So under people we have lack of training and knowledge, and under people we also have associates as one of the X's. Under IT we have inadequate technology or systems, and the second one is outdated software and system downtime. Under communication we have internal communication and customer communication. There could be a problem in these as well. Under procedure we had shift, lack of clarity in order specifications, and data accuracy as few of the X's. Under process, we have complex forms or procedures, manual processes, lack of standardization, approval hierarchies, inefficient order entry processes are some of the X's. Then team went on and collected some data. They could collect data on some of the X's, and on some of the X's they could not collect data. You can see in my Minitab file, high turnaround time is the data on project Y, and associate, shift, form, and data accuracy are some of the axes on which the data was collected. Friends, you can buy my authored books on Amazon. My first book is 8 Steps to Problem Solving, which talks about Six Sigma concepts. And my second book is Continuous Improvement the Lean Way, which talks about the lean concepts. So before we begin with data analysis, the first thing that the team has to do is to check whether the data which is stat in hours is a normal or non-normal data. You will go to stat, basic statistics, and graphical summary. In graphical summary under variables, you will enter stat in hours. Double click on stat in hours here to select and click OK. So you look at this graph. This graph, the p-value is 0.255. When the p-value is greater than 0.05, it indicates that this is a normal distribution. So when your distribution is normal, we will check the mean as the central value, which is 79.492. So at this particular stage, the team can go back and change the goal statement. The team can go back in the project charter and change this goal statement to 79.4 hours, because the actual data is 79.4 hours. The next thing that the team has to do is to check the X with Y. So next thing that we have to do is to use hypothesis testing and check whether the X's which we have data are impacting our project Y or not. We are going to check the first X, which is associate. My associates are agent 1, 2, 3 and 4. There are 4 associates in the team. When your Y is continuous and normal, which is our Y is continuous and normal, and the X is discrete, we will use one-way ANOVA test. Stat ANOVA one way. In response, you will enter stat in hours, and in factor, you will enter the first X, which is associate, and you will click OK. We will go to the session window. In the session window, we will first look at the p-value. The p-value is 0.013, which is less than 0.05, which means my X is a significant X. So associate is a significant X. If you go a little down, you can see the associate, which is associate 3, which is taking 73 hours as well, which is less than the rest of them, there's a huge difference. That is why this is a significant X. We have to work on this particular X. The next X that we are going to talk about is the shift. I will press Ctrl E to reach to the previously used window in Minitab. So in response, I will keep turnaround time in hours, and in factor, I will select shift. So I will double click on shift to select, and I will click OK. I'll just drop this window down and look at this p-value. P-value is again less than 0.05, which means shift is also a significant X. So when your shift is a significant X, you can see the morning shift is taking only 76.71 hours and evening shift is taking 84 hours. It means evening shift is a shift in which we can improve. The next one is the form, the type of form, whether it is a simple form or a complex form or a medium complex form. So I will again press Ctrl E to reach to the previously used window, and in the factors I will select form and click OK. Look at the p-value. P-value is less than 0.05, which means that this is again a significant X. And if you look at the simple form, they are taking lesser time. So hence the idea is to make all the forms simple. All these three X's are contributing to project Y. Let's test the fourth X, which is data accuracy. I will press Ctrl E again, and in the factor, I will select data accuracy and click OK. If you look at this p-value again, the p-value is in this case is greater than 0.05, which means that this data accuracy is not a significant factor to turnaround time at this moment. So we are not going to work on this particular X. we are going to work on the first three x's. This is how you can do or test maybe n number of x's which we have identified in the fishbone diagram. If we could collect data on all of them, we can test all of them with project Y and identify which are significantly contributing my project Y and then work on them. After identifying the significant x's, the team did root cause analysis and solution identification. Associates were not trained on exceptional scenarios. So what is the solution? We have to create a video based training that will cover all exceptional scenarios, and there are test cases that we should create on the test environment for practice. So this will help associates to come up the learning curve and perform better. The second one was shift. Night shift has no supervisor to monitor the team's progress. Night shift starts late as shared seats are vacated late by the morning shift. So this could be a common problem for some of the call centers or some of the service centers where we are using common seats. For the first problem, they appointed a supervisor and they followed a fair assessment criteria, identified some person from the team who is performing the best and given him the opportunity to lead the team. And for second one, there is a lean concept called single minute exchange of dice. This is called SMED concept. In single digit minutes, you have to vacate the seat. The next team has to come and occupy the seat and start performing. It means they should be able to log in as well within 0 to 9 single digit minutes. It should not go to 10 minutes. That is the concept which is used in lean manufacturing. The concept is called SMED. Team used that and they were able to effectively reduce this late start for night shift. The form type was the next X, in which the root cause was the complex and the medium complex forms are more time consuming and they are more error prone, because of which there is a lot of rework which happens. So they implemented 5S, removed whatever columns were not needed, and make the form a simple form which is self-explanatory. Or they added few verbiage where people were confused earlier when they were giving the information. And they also tried to put this form on web so that it could be automated. So it should not be a hand-filled form. So by implementing these small improvements, they were able to make big changes in the turnaround time. So turnaround time got reduced to 15 hours per booking, and hence they were able to meet their goal. I hope this case study is helpful. If you like this case study, please give it a thumbs up and share this with your friends. I will see you in my next upcoming video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.